Biden has informed the G7 allies here that the United States has agreed to allow Ukrainian pilots to begin training to fly American-made F-16 fighter jets.
Oh, goody, an escalation of war. Now, in this case...
oh. Wow, that's pretty overt, right off the bat.
And of course, Vladimir Putin has responded to this by threatening nuclear war with the United States. Which
okay, to be fair, he's been doing that like every Tuesday for the past 9 years, so...
The idea of sending F-16s to Ukraine makes it abundantly clear that the United States and its allies intend to continue engaging in this war for at least 18 months.
We're not engaging in the war. We're providing resources to Ukraine engaging in the war. I think we could stand to be a little bit more careful with our language on this one, considering the fact that implying that we're engaged in it is suggesting that we're at war with Russia, which we are definitionally not. Neither country acknowledges this as a war between either of us.
Now, for the moment being, there's no indication that the United States is going to transfer its F-16s to Ukraine. It's just that our allies will be doing so. But let's keep it real. Eventually, the United States will be doing so as well, because it's an opportunity for, we know what it's an opportunity for. Send them more weapons. That creates a need for the United States to replenish its weaponry. And that means more money for the defense contractors who are absolutely salaried.
Okay, here's a quick question out of curiosity, all right? Just very much out of curiosity, okay? If the defense contractors need us to supply munitions and vehicles to Ukraine to justify us spending more money on buying them back from them, why has our defense budget continued to rise and rise and rise without any meaningful war? I mean, for decades now, sure, we had Iraq and we had Afghanistan, but after those petered out, like, our budget has continued to rise for military spending absent any new threat. The idea that the only reason we could be spending money on Ukraine is to enrich our defense contractors is unironically right-wing propaganda. Follow-up question, if that is the case, then why are the far-right people who are totally in favor of more military spending opposing backing Ukraine? Why are people on the Republican side, the MAGA crowd, anti-Ukraine, anti-giving them money and resources, even as they're pro-enriching our defense budget? Maybe there's a disconnect here? Maybe there's something else going on? Some kind of ideological position, conflict?
And I'll explain more of that in just a moment. But Cenk, I wanted to give you an opportunity to jump in.
Yeah. The larger concern is the people that sell the F-16 don't want anyone else to be able to produce cheaper F-16s without going through them.
Are you kidding me? You think the Russians are going to find a downed F-16, technology that was developed half a century ago, that's not a joke, 76, that's half a century ago, and then the Russians are going to develop a supply line to produce that fighter jet and undercut American military corporations? Is that okay? What the fuck? What the fuck is going on? What the fuck is going on right now at TYT? What's happening?
God forbid that these defense contractors, these military these military grade weaponry manufacturers have some competition. I mean, that's the real.
You really think that some Russian company is going to stumble across the ruins of a F-16 that's been downed and then just develop a superior production process for that specific line? And then, let me get this correct, you think that America would buy the Russian company-produced F-16s rather than defense industries in America produced F-16s? You think they're worried, like Raytheon or whatever is worried that Russia will produce a cheaper F-16 and that we would buy those F-16s, the outdated fighter jets, from an enemy country? This is insane. I can't, this is like breaking points here. Holy shit. What is going on? Oh my God. Bro, I can't believe I'm saying Hassan's gonna come back here and might have a more sane position on Ukraine than his fucking uncle. Oh my God. What is going on? This is like genuinely concerning. What happened? Fine.
you know, we don't want instability because that could affect the stock market. So it's not like we have any pure motives, but we do have motives for not escalating past this. But this is definitely an escalation. And by the way, don't get me wrong.
This is, man, this is like gray zone tier. This is what happens when you're so desperate to come across as an economic populist that you ignore literally any analysis other than like 4th grade brain dead head soup. It's the corporations, man. It's the money. Like, as though there's nothing else. Like, that's not the only, from any economic perspective, from any social perspective, that's not the only force in the universe. There are other things that can happen. Like, imagine, like, just somebody trying to explain the rise of Nazi Germany from that perspective. Like, well, corporations wanted to make a lot of money, so, then they did the Holocaust, and, yeah, it was, like, to make money. It was all to enrich crematorium manufacturers. Yeah. Like, it's like, it's so brain dead.
Guys, there's the theater as always, and the real world as always. And the theater is, my God, we care about those brave Ukrainians. And is there some truth to that? Yeah, I think there's some truth to that for some people, right? But that's mainly the theater. When you get to the real world is how much are people going to make off of it? And so
that's literally it. That's the only consideration here. Okay. Oh my God. What about not just like corpos making money? What about the perceived value in every conceivable sense of political stability in Europe and not having Russia bordering even more NATO countries? God forbid, bordering Poland. Like, this is literally dehumanizing Ukrainians? Yeah, it is. Because it always is. Because they can't do anything critical. The weird thing is, I am perfectly capable of making arguments, not ones I necessarily believe in, but arguments nonetheless, critical of supporting Ukraine monetarily through military arms, without dehumanizing Ukrainians or ignoring like their concerns or considerations or morally demonizing them. I can do that. It's very possible. I would disagree with those arguments, but I could make them. I would respect them if they were made by another person. I think they would be worth discourse. But I never hear those arguments. Instead, I hear brain dead shit like this. You know? I just don't. Are they doing this CNN thing where they're trying to like pivot to the like center? What is happening?
While the press puts on a play about humanitarian this, you know, America's worried about escalation that, when in reality, most of the decision makers are worried about how much money everybody's going to make.
Let's discuss the decision.
It's so fucking brain dead. It's so incredibly fucking brain dead that it's like, it's upsetting. Do they think this is like critical analysis, like Marxist analysis? It doesn't just like, bro, nothing matters because everything comes down to money. Okay. Thank you for your analysis. Thank you for everything that you've added to this conversation. When follow the money becomes a brain tumor, it is a brain tumor. Everybody knows that the world runs on money. That's not a like innovative, high IQ take. That's not special. You're not smart for figuring that out. Bro, what if people want to make money? Yeah, no shit. You use money to buy things. You use it to buy soap and food. Yeah, people want money. Fucking idiot. But it doesn't just come down to that. If everything could be summarized and encapsulated with people like money, then there would be no point in studying history or politics. No point whatsoever. Sometimes things make money for corporations, but the thing that they're doing is also a good thing. So, for example, if a corporation decides that they can make more money from heavily promoting queer and pride causes during June, and then they do it, and they make more money, they also do something morally right, because even though it's rainbow capitalism, they're also publicizing heavily good, positive, morally right things. So there we go. So, well, they just wanted to make money. Well, the shareholders did, sure, but there were lots of people involved who correctly understood that there was a way to both make money and do a good thing. People sell water, therefore water is bad. Change my mind. These construction companies are only laying down the infrastructure to pipe clean water into these African villages because it will make them money. Well, yeah. They're being paid to do it. That's true. But the clean water is good. If you consider the fact that money is bad. The like pseudo-progressive phrase, the money is the root of all evil. People think that's like a lefty phrase. It's not. It has led to so much brain rot. It's genuinely unbelievable. I don't even know what angle they're coming at this from. What? So they just want like no more arms to Ukraine? Like what are they suggesting? Faux populism, yeah. I saw that the dislike ratio was huge here. Damn, I see where Hassan gets his terrible Ukraine takes from. Absolutely brain-dead analysis, as usual, from Anna. Go back to doing an hour on celebrities every night. You were more in your lane there. Anna's interviewing to take Tucker Carlson vacated spot in Fox News.
Does the Biden administration intend to tap Congress to appropriate hundreds of billions of dollars more to assist in the war effort in Ukraine.
Yeah.
While, by the way, simultaneously nickel and diming the American people, right? Right now.
Oh my God, she's pushing the idea that the money we're giving Ukraine has anything to do with our social spending. Bro, clearing out our warehouses of old equipment does not somehow reduce healthcare. There's no connection, literally none. This is so dumb. This entire video is just zero IQ right-wing talking points. This is fucking insane.
Thanks for watching the Young Turks.
No, do not thank me. Jesus, fuck. God, that was bad. At least everyone is trashing them for it. I just can't believe how bad it is. I don't even know why they're doing this. What does TYT stand to gain from, like, shifting to the right? What do they stand to gain from that? How do they benefit from that in any way? Centrists? But centrists don't care for this language. And no, Tankies are not a viewer block they care about appealing to. Sending F-16s will only prolong the war. We should send F-22s. We should just send, like, every insane, like, Black Ops, middle of Nevada, top secret military project we have. Just unleash them all with no warning at all. What the UFOs? Russia can't even produce their own jets right now. They really think Russia's going to be able to reverse engineer a fighter from 40 years ago? Yeah, literally. There were F-16s that got downed in, like, the Gulf War. Like, it's so stupid. Just such a stupid thing to say.